Is bottle service worth it in Las Vegas? Las Vegas nightclub bottle service could cost anywhere between $1,000 to $15,000. And at places like XS and Encore Beach Club, tabs can even be over $100,000. Now, a person has to wonder, with these crazy prices, is bottle service even worth it in Las Vegas? In this video, I'm gonna be going over what bottle service is, what it comes with, how it works, how much it costs, and by the end of this video, you could see for yourself if bottle service is worth it and is it for you. Hey, my name is Norman J. I'm a nightclub promoter here in Las Vegas, and my goal is to help inform you so that you and your friends have the highest quality Vegas party experience. Bottles, bottle service, a section, VIP, a table. There are many names to call it, and Las Vegas has definitely taken bottle service to the next level. Now, if you have ever been to a Vegas nightclub or day club before, it's impossible to miss the bottle service section tables. And all the clubs now are built with bottle service table layouts. The club scene has slowly become less and less about the dance floor, as it has become more about bottle service. Okay, so what is bottle service? Now, to put it simply, bottle service, you are purchasing a bottle of liquor with waiter service. You pay a premium for a premium service and experience. With bottle service, you wait in a shorter line. You get escorted to your own section. These sections will be protected and maintained by security. You get your own busser, your own cocktail waitress, and you order your own liquor from a menu, and they bring the bottles to your table. And then you can have your waitress make you and your friends drinks at your table without waiting in line at the bar. The table payment is the minimum amount that the table has to spend to get that table or the section that they choose. Bottle service will usually waive the cover fee for your group. This is generally up to 6 people for standard table pricing, depending on the minimum spend or which table section you choose. Bigger sections with a higher minimum can allow more people in without an additional cover charge. Premium locations usually are surrounding the DJ booth and the dance floor, and the closer you get to the DJ, the higher the prices. Now let's break down the costs. In all of Las Vegas, the table minimum is just the minimum required to spend to get that table. There is no separate cost for the table itself, but that's not your out the door cost either. After you hit your minimum spend, there is tax, tip, and venue fees, which is about 35% across Las Vegas. For an example, this is the tax, tip, and venue fees for XS and Encore Beach Club. Also, pro tip, when buying bottle service in Las Vegas, now if you are sure you want the table, then book it as soon as possible. Many busy events or events that are trending to sell out will usually have price jumps as tables sell out. So you could be looking at pricing, be ready to buy a table for $1,000, but when you try to make your reservation, now it's $1,500 because there's only 2 or 3 tables left. Now that's just an example, but you guys get the idea. During the busy season, Encore Beach Club Saturday daytime might have anywhere between 2 to 4 price jumps before we actually open. Okay, so let's run down an example bottle service tab. So for example's sake, let's say you and your friends, you guys want to get $1,000 minimum table at XS or Omnia. These tables are the entry table pricing, so it's most likely not going to be in the main room. Bottles of vodka and tequila might start at $7.95. You can spend the rest to hit your minimum in waters, Red Bulls, or beers, but most groups just end up getting another bottle. So that's 2 bottles, it comes out to $15.90. Standard mixers come with the bottle service, which is soda water, cranberry juice, and orange juice. If you wanted specific mixers like Sprite or Coke, then you can just ask the waitress. Now, after tax, tip, and venue fees, your out the door cost is gonna be about $21.46. And keep in mind, these are just example numbers. The prices can fluctuate like the prices of the bottles and the venue fees. In cases like these, it comes out to a lot more than you might originally thought if the bottle was only $7.95. Not all clubs have mins and bottles starting this high, but these are the best nightclubs in Las Vegas. And when I say best, I'm talking about revenue. I know some of y'all are gonna say Dre's is the best, and although I do like Dre's and I recommend it, but when we're talking about who makes the most revenue, it's XS and Omnia for sure. Now, a lot of you guys are gonna say, why would I pay $7.95 for a cheap ass bottle of vodka or tequila that I could pick up from the store for $40? And I'll tell you why. Because in a nightclub, you are primarily paying for the real estate. You are paying to not wait in line outside, to pay cover at the door, to wait in line at the bar. You have a place to sit. You can make your own drinks, or you can have the waitress make you and your friends drinks at your own table. It's the real estate and the convenience that is valued in the club. And whether you come with girls and you want them to have a good time, or y'all looking for girls and you want to attract more girls, it's definitely an elevated experience. And this table example is just the price of the cheapest tables at XS and Omnia. Dance floor table prices on a Saturday night can be $10,000 or $15,000. With these minimums, that's what you're used to seeing in the club, with the ridiculous presentations of waitresses coming out with all kinds of theatrics, drummers, costumes, the sparklers, the lights. They might even put your name and your picture on the big screen. On a side note, if you or your friends need any help in Las Vegas, feel free to text or DM me. WhatsApp is the most reliable, so I prefer that. If I don't reply, then double text me or try another platform, please. You can DM me on Instagram. My handle is NormanJ_Las Vegas. Or you could text or WhatsApp me. My number is 702-381-1873. Okay, so back to bottle service. All right, so who is bottle service not for? So Fergie said it best: if you don't got no money, take your broke ass home. Clubbing, going out, drinking is not a cheap hobby. Now, I'm all for people having expensive hobbies, but boy, you better have your money straight before you start going to the club. Not to mention, Vegas is more expensive than most clubs. Now, I'm not gonna go over the subjective salary amounts that you might want to buy bottle service, because some people do budget well for their fun money, but make no mistake, clubbing and bottle service, along with nice restaurants, sporting events, concerts, gambling, cars, snowboarding, and probably the biggest one for guys is girls. Whatever hobbies you have, this is fun money. If you don't have your life finances taken care of first, the club and bottle service is probably not a good idea. Handle that first before you start spending money on fun shit. But if you do have a budget to work with and you are just trying to measure value, let's break down if bottle service is worth it. Now, this is going to heavily depend on the person. Bottle service is not cheap by any means, like we said. You might be a little rich in your hometown, not in the city, but when you come to Vegas, you might not feel so rich. I've seen tabs that were ran up to over 250,000. So if you're super rich and you just always want the best experience, then go ahead, bottle service, ball out. But to everybody who doesn't own a money tree, there are definitely some situations where I think it makes a lot of sense to buy bottles. And then of course, there are some situations where I think it makes less sense. For example, if you have 6 guys in your group, it's not gonna be free to get into most clubs anyways. For XS and Omnia, the cover might already be $100 per person, so that's $600 for your group already. And the cover does not go towards any type of drinks. Average drink price at the bar is $25, and a lot of people will spend $100 to $200 on drinks at the bar anyways. So that might be anywhere from $200 to $300 a person already. Now, from the example earlier, $21.46 out the door cost for 2 bottles, that would come out to $358 a person for your group of 6. Now, if you ask me, I think that this scenario makes a lot of sense to buy bottles. If it's a bachelor party or a boys trip, usually they're trying to holler at girls. Now, this might sound kind of cheesy, but with a table, you get to use the best pickup line in Las Vegas, which is, y'all ladies wanna come to our table? When the girls don't have a table and they're walking around with uncomfortable heels, the sound of a table and drinks at the table sound way more appealing than waiting in line at the bar to get drinks over there. Now, what if it's just a couple? It's just you and your girl. Now, that's when I think it's not so worth it to get a table, because it's so expensive. And it's usually the guy paying. Even if you guys just get 1 bottle, it might be $1,000 or $1,400 out the door cost. If it's a big occasion like a wedding, a bachelor party, or a bachelorette party, I think it's a good idea to go big. I always recommend to bachelor parties to get bottle service at least once to experience it. A lot of people, especially from LA, ask for a table share deal for bottle service. Some towel group venues offer this, like Hakkasan and Marquee, where you pay to be at a shared table. I've heard mixed reviews about it. I personally have never done it myself, so I can't speak too much about it. But at XS and Omnia, this is not an option. Nor is it an option to join someone's table and to buy a bottle on top of their orders. You would have to know that person or the table owner, and then they would have to allow it. Me, personally, I've been partying in Las Vegas since I turned 21 in every way imaginable, just going through guest lists, buying tickets, buying the cheapest tables possible, to spending up to $600 a person on a table. Now I'm spoiled, and I'm for sure always gonna be leaning on wanting a table when I go out. I'll buy it if I have to. Some people are perfectly fine grabbing drinks at the bar and then hitting the dance floor. Maybe grab one of those sippy cups at the day club and then mobbing in the pool. Those two are also fun. And just curious, what do you guys think about getting in a pool at a Vegas pool party? It seems to be a love or hate thing. Now, I'm a diehard clubber and I enjoyed every type of club experience. The way I see it is, everyone values the club and bottle service differently to their liking. So if you do like clubbing, I think everyone should try bottle service at least once and then you can determine for yourself if you get the value that you're looking for. Like, I love snowboarding and I spend thousands of dollars on it every year. Whereas some people would hate snowboarding and not spend a dime on it. But that same person might love spending their money on traveling or high-end restaurants, which I also like to do as well. With very niche things, value has to be determined by the person spending the money. If you can afford it, I do think that most people have more fun in the club with a table versus without one. And for any boys trips or bachelor parties that are planning a trip to Las Vegas, looking for some tips and tricks, I made a video that goes into depth about that. You can check it out right here. I'll see you guys in the next one, and in Vegas. Peace.